Hey, Shalom, Shalom, call out, Yabashim, Shabashim, Rekakadash. Double honors to the apostles at the S. Salutations to the elect men, women, and children that believe are the 1/3. I want to bring out a precept I've been meditating on, Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not over wicked while perish before thy time, and be not over righteous while destroy thyself. So, the first part, we all wicked. Through Yahweh Shah, the elect of Israel is made perfect. But, the most righteous brother, righteousness is as filthy rags. So, since sin entered into the world, we born to die. But you could do shit. It's all up to the Lord's will anyway. But you could do shit that to have it where, in a sense, because if you dig deep, it's really not, but so-called speed up your time. Like, case in point, you could just be, living a regular life, but you could start eating abominable foods, right? You could go out here and start sleeping with all types of women, having unprotected sex, catch a disease, your health go down, or, you could be smoking, and your health go down. Or you could be a wicked ass nigga and start selling drugs and robbing and get shot and killed, right? So these are things, being over wicked. Now we know, they put pork in everything, so you probably eating pork and don't even know it. But that don't mean you just straight flat out, gobble down some pork, some shrimp, crab, lobster, oysters, and indulge in these things. You avoid it to the best of your ability. Be not over righteous. This is the part I wanted to touch on, because the brother be like, damn, how could you be? And it said, why destroy thyself, right? So it's like, damn, how could you be over righteous? Being over righteous, in a sense, of you destroying yourself. Case in point, you got brothers, that use the scriptures to justify their laziness or why they shouldn't do something, right? So they'll say like, oh, the bomb's coming, right? So we in these shells, we in these bodies, we in these chains of darkness. You gotta take care of these bodies to some degree, because you gotta walk around in it, especially if you pass 35. In Babylon, I would say 30, but especially 35, man or woman. But you should be doing it anyway, regardless of your age, But people would say, like, you'll tell a brother, like, yo, you need to work out. You're getting fat, or you need to lose weight, or you need to start walking or some shit. He'd probably say something like, oh, man, bodily exercise profiteth little. Really just a cop-out, but it does profit. And, or he probably say, we almost out of here. We about to get our new bodies anyway. Which is true. But, and see, it's really just a cop-out to being lazy or not doing, the scripture said where there's no laws, no sin. So, Apostle Paul said that. So, people, especially, you might find brothers in the truth, they use that as, as a reason. Or, you tell a brother like, yo, get your finances together. Oh man, the chip coming, I ain't got to get no finances together. Like, this year's the year. So, and he have like this defeated mind state in a sense. But really, when you really look at it and examine things, he's just being lazy, You tell him like, yo, you got to change your diet, Oh man, we shall eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles. All this shit poison anyway. And you don't really got to combat, with a person. Sometimes with a person like that, you just leave it alone and take mental note. But guess what? If something happened, with that person, like in Babylon, right? It's good to have a plan B as far as like your source of income. Some brothers got one stream of income. Even if you don't work the other job or whatever side hustle or whatever you do, in Babylon it's best to have like a source of income, a second source of income, even if you're not using it. So you might, you might be an armed security guard, and on the side, like you might get you a CDL Class B. You know what I mean? So, and even if you don't work the CDL Class B, you got it. Like, and if need be, shit get real. You know what I mean? You could work the CDL Class B. You might tell a brother like, yo, why won't you it's a class coming up, it's free, they got free funding, CDL Class B, and he might tell you like, yo, you got too much hope in this society, we almost out of here. So now if he get fired, right, or some shit, guess who gotta take care of him? You do. And kind of you like, yo, I mean, you could say no, but in the sense is like, you don't really want to say no. You can, but you rather have. But it's like, yo, I told you so. You know what I mean? But it's kind of like more agitating to deal with if you are, if you already told them. Like that Jay-Z song. I told you to save up your money. Now you crying for bail. On that song, It Was All Good, just a week ago. So Jay-Z was schooling Memphis Bleak, and he was telling them like, yo, I told you to save up your money, now you crying for bail, because he was blowing his money on bullshit. And then he got locked up, and now he was like, yo, I ain't got shit to bail out with. So in the same sense that, like, yo, now he like, yo, I need a pot. I need brothers to get a pot for me, which is cool, get a pot or whatever. Or I need to go to the tights. See, in our church over here at the Men of Valor, if you ain't paying tights, you can't get from the tights, So the elders, he set it up like that because you had brothers not paying tights, then they get in a jam and want to borrow from the tights, and it's shit that's not fair to other brothers. So it's like, hell no. Like, you gotta wear that unless a brother personally bail you out, you know? So, and I think that's like really fair, you know what I mean? Because, for the brothers that is paying, if they wasn't getting a jam, they should have the funds there to help them. So, yeah, so be not over righteous. So I was using that as I almost lost my train of thought. Salakia, turn this fucking heat down. Cold as shit out here. But anyway, so yeah, so you get jammed up. Or you might tell a brother, I said the security, right? A brother might have, a brother might not be in the best living situation. He might be a security guard. So you might be like, hey yo, bro, why won't you get your arm? Why won't you get your gun and you could be an armed security guard? And then you doing the same shit. You just got the gun, and they gonna pay you probably like maybe $10 more. You could do private. You know what I mean? You could do bars if you choose to, private shit. You probably could make $300 to $500. A shift. Working a bar over here. Bouncing and do this and that. And and he probably tell you like, oh no, that's carnal. I ain't trying to be too carnal. But you gotta, being over righteous, and you like that's how you could destroy yourself in a sense. Because it's like, you don't wanna get out, walk, you don't wanna be, you don't wanna eat better, you don't wanna take advantage of certain financial situations. Then, shit come up the pipeline. It's like, yo, you become like a strain on the camp. And the Lord, you gotta be merciful and brotherly, but all this could have been avoided. But, people like to use the prophecies for an excuse for their laziness, or not the want to do better. Now, I ain't saying like you gotta aim to be a fucking millionaire, billionaire. You know what I'm saying? But if a situation presents itself and you got the time to do it, take advantage of it. My father used to always say, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So a lot of times, like, you might get something like, what I need this for? Like, you could use it for something later, or like just put it up, hold it. It's a resource, but a lot of people, not a lot, but you kind of tend to have, because if you tell somebody to like, yo, eat better, take advantage of this situation, and they tell you like, they ain't going, a brother normally ain't just going to be like, nah, fuck that, I don't want to do that. He probably, normally he come up with some type of scripture to where, and then you won't really got to reply because he's right to a degree. But the war's still on, Babylon we ain't fully out the woods yet. And, we got to still, maintain our shit in this society. Hey, these bodies, man, one thing I fear is like getting sick, man. These fucking bodies, man, you get too sick, you ain't gonna be going to camp, or you ain't gonna be going to camp that much. So we need these bodies to like, do the work. I mean, the Lord got many bodies out here doing the work, so the work's gonna be done regardless. But hey, you need these shells to like do the works, to walk around in. You know what I mean? And go here to drive and to do different things. You can't, if your vision start getting fucked up, you ain't gonna be able to drive shit. You're gonna get in an accident, and you know what I mean? They're gonna send your ass to get a physical, and they're gonna be like, yo, your ass can't drive no more. The doctor said your vision fucked up, or like your body ain't up to par where you could drive or work. You know what I mean? So, and then you like, yo, you come to the Akim, yo, shit real, blah, blah, blah. Then his brother's like, yo, I told you to stop eating that bullshit. I told you lay off them snacks and to start this and that. You ain't want to listen though. You know what I mean? And then, that could go from there. But, hey, man, that's just something to think about, Look, the Lord could be sending, throw you a bone from here and there. You know what I mean? Don't be like ignorant. You know what I mean? Hey, the scriptures talk about, it's one in Proverbs that says a foolish man, like basically spend all his money up. You know what I mean? So, but a wise man, like, hold on to it. I'm butchering it a little bit, but like you try, like try to put something aside or have some, if you can. You know what I mean? Have like some type of insurance stash. And as time goes on, even if you put in, $20 a week, as time goes on, before you look up how these days move, before you look up, you might got $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, or something like that. But, you just gotta make more wise decisions and just, especially using shit for a cop-out, and an excuse, and using the scriptures for the cop-out, Oh, we at the end and you getting all drunk, letting yourself go, Fuck it. We about to get our new bodies, and you just become like irresponsible. You become lazy. And you use the coming of the Lord for your excuse to be that way. And that ain't right, man. Then when you get jammed up, you want to throw the weight on the church or on brothers, where you could have made a decision, to put yourself in a better position. But, and to maybe even, help the church or another brother. But, hey, meditate on that. Think about that, man. Be not over righteous while destroy thyself. Shalom. Shalom.